All right, what's going on, YouTube? Welcome to another Destiny 2 Back to Basics guide. My name is Silences Waffles. You can check me out on twitch.tv/Silences Waffle. Stream there during the week. Schedule and everything like that will be down below in the description. So this week we're going to break down the videos. I know they've been a little bit longer than usual, so we're gonna try to make it a little short, a little quicker. And today's topic is gonna be the Triumphs tab screen. So let's hop right to it, get past the nitty gritty and just jump right on this thing, right? All right, so we're gonna go into our character inventory here and go to the Triumphs tab at the top. You'll see it says Clan Collections and Triumphs. We're gonna click on Triumphs. That's what we're gonna talk about today. So on this tab, you will see the score for finding lore and completing non-seasonal and seasonal activities and accomplishments. So let's get started and see what you can do here. All right, we'll start on the left with the sections. Under the Triumph sections, you have account. Under here, triumphs that can be achieved across your account. This means no matter what character you complete these objectives on, they will unlock for your entire account. You can go in here and see them. All right, you have a couple of different sections under there as well. Just go through, click it, check it out. Next up, we have the destinations. These triumphs can be achieved by completing tasks located on certain planets. Friendly reminder though that some of these things are going to go away at the end of this season and the beginning of the November 10th Beyond New Light released. So we may or may not make some updates going into a little bit more detail about what's going away and what's staying. That's what you can find here. So keep that in mind that they're going to go away. Seasonal triumphs under this category can only be completed during a specific season. These objectives are specific to the season that's currently available, and as well as past seasons will show up here, but you can only achieve these triumphs during those particular seasons. Okay, and then seasons are released every 3 months. Then we also have the Gambit tab or section. All right, right here with the snake symbol on it. Excuse me. These triumphs can be attained by completing objectives with the Gambit playlist, within the Gambit playlist. Keep in mind that the Gambit and Gambit Prime will be merging into one mode in November with the release of Beyond Light. Crucible. This section highlights triumphs that can be obtained by playing and completing game modes in the Crucible and little mini objectives like killing a bunch of guardians and things of that nature. Vanguard, we have those next. Triumphs can be under this section can be obtained by doing things related to raids, nightfall strikes, and the campaigns and story missions. All right. Then we have the lore tab or lore section with triumphs that can be obtained for completing activities through campaign story missions, scanning objects, and talking to NPCs. Some of these also unlock when completing triumphs in other sections as well. All right. Next, below that, we have the Triumph Seals, these golden crests at the bottom of the screen. All right. These are cosmetics that display titles when you earn them. Each one has a specific set of triumphs that you need to complete in order to unlock the seal. So once you unlock that seal, you can equip them on your character, and they will display on your character screen underneath the image of your character in Sparrow, as well as over your character when you're out in the world, and so other players can see you and see what you've accomplished. All right. I'm not big on this. I do set out to do a couple of different things, but I've only achieved one seal, and that was back in 2019. All right. Next up, we have the Triumph tracker over to the right side, which is simply just that. You know, whatever Triumph you're currently trying to complete, you can go in and select that Triumph to be tracked. Currently, right now, Lore of Luna is being selected. So if I wanted to track a Triumph that I was trying to accomplish, I would simply go into one of the sections. Let's go into account here. I would go over to said Triumph, and then I would, if it's still incomplete, I would click that Triumph to track. You notice it says click the left click button here. Since I'm on PC, it says click the left click button here to track, and then click it to untrack if I wanted to. So now when I go back to the main screen over on the right side under track, we now have Hammer of Friends. So whenever I complete this objective or a piece of this objective, I can go in here and see how much of it I've gotten done. All right. Also, do note that every Triumph has its own score in each step as to how much amount of points as to how much each step will accrue for your score. So a lot of the Triumphs are pretty much like 100 towards your Triumph score. But as you complete them, you gain those points. So it can start from between 25 to 75, something of that nature. All right. All right. Below that is the featured triumph. Okay. So this one's almost the same as the track triumph. The difference here is you may just be out and about doing whatever in the world. You might just complete a triumph without even actually trying to complete a triumph, right? So if you make any progress toward the triumph, it will display here the most recent triumph that you've obtained progress on. All right, so case in point, the last triumph I've obtained some sort of progress on was the Lore of Luna, and now it's down here under the feature because I've gotten at least 1 point or 1 step into it. Okay. All right, and then below that we have the stat tracker. This is just a list of all the stats that you can track throughout the entirety of the game. You can equip these onto your character's emblem that you have selected. So if I go back to our character screen and I go down one to the next sub screen, right here on my emblem, I can right click on it and I'm able to select any one of these objectives. Case in point right here, contact motes. I can select this and it'll display on my emblem up top underneath my power score. It'll tell you how many motes I've collected throughout that. That happens for all of the tracker emblems. You can only track one thing at a time, so keep that in mind. You can only put that one thing on your one thing at a time on an emblem. So there's that. And that's gonna be your entire guide on the triumph screen. Okay. One thing to note out is that when you have not completed a triumph, when you're working on it, it will be grayed out a little bit, as you see here. And once you've completed one, it will turn golden. Okay. Also, when you are finished with a triumph, once you've achieved all the levels of a triumph and you've unlocked that, so I'm going to go over here to Exotic Catalyst. This is on the account. Again, you can do this on any. This is one of those triumphs that is across your account. It can be done on any character. It doesn't have to be on any specific class or character. And it has a diamond above it to let me know that I've completed it, and that I can now select it to earn my triumph score and add it to my triumph score, which shows up at the top, this 84,150 right here. If I click on the Sweet Business Catalyst that has the diamond on it, I get that 100 points added to my triumph score, which is now pushed it up from 84,150 to 84,250. So keep that in mind. I'm gonna do it again on the Cerberus Catalyst just so you guys can see. It's kind of behind me here, so I'm gonna step back just a little bit. I'll select it here, boom, done. Got my points. Now I'm at 350. So notice I have a lot of these that I haven't gone through and clicked through to add to my score to make it a little bit higher, but that is how you do that. There are a total of 2,179 triumphs in the game, so be mindful that this is a long grind if you decide to go down this path to try to fill out your entire triumph book. One thing to note is a few triumphs can't be completed because either seasons have passed or activities are no longer in the game for those triumphs. So do keep that in mind. And that typically applies for the seals. A lot of the things that the seals require you to do require some form of in-game activity related to a season. So just make sure you go in, find out what season that triumph is connected with, and go from there. All right, I appreciate y'all coming through to check out the video. If you liked any of the information in here and you enjoyed this video and it was informative for you, please make sure you hit the like button and share. If you're new to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button, come back, hit that little bell icon so you get notifications when we upload a new video. You guys hanging out, remember I stream on twitch.tv/SilenceIsWaffles. You can come hang out with me throughout the week. The current schedule right now is Tuesdays through Fridays where we do Destiny content. Mondays is for Soulsborne content, and Saturdays are for Resident Evil content, and our Sundays are variety days. But the schedule is going to be changing up a little bit soon, and we might condense a lot of that down to only a few days a week. But just to stay updated on that, you can also follow me on Twitter. All that information will be down below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.